Hey, what's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I wish that I didn't have to. I wish there wasn't people like this in the world, but sadly there are. So, we're going to be talking about God of War Ragnarok and the recent controversy surrounding the game. So, apparently there's people online that are very upset because apparently one of the main characters in the game is going to be a younger female lead, and she is also black, and apparently people are freaking out because she's black and because she's a female. And also the other major thing that's really ticking people off, which doesn't make any sense, is because Thor is going to be fat. Let me just go and talk about the Thor situation real quick. Obviously, including myself, everyone is used to seeing Thor portrayed as Chris Hemsworth. You know, obviously he's very handsome and buff, and he looks like a actual Greek god, you know, and we're used to that for literally the past like 10, 15 years. That's the only Thor that we know. But when it comes to God of War Ragnarok, Santa Monica has chosen to go with a more accurate description of Thor, because if you actually look into Norse mythology, like how it actually is, Thor is not like some extremely handsome, like really chiseled guy. Like he's always drinking. I think he's like depressed. And so obviously, if you drink a lot, and you're just moping around, you're going to have a beer belly. So if anything, it's just more accurate to how Thor would actually look. And he has red hair, you know. And I'll be honest, when Santa Monica showed all the character models on the internet and I looked at Thor, I was like, really? That's what Thor's going to look like? He doesn't look scary at all. But for 1 second, I never thought like, oh, I'm going to boycott this game. You know, I was hoping that he was going to look exactly like Chris Hemsworth, That never crossed my mind. I was just like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't expect him to be, like a heavier set guy. And even in the MCU, like, Thor was fat in Endgame, but that didn't stop him from, like, taking on Thanos. He had anxiety and stuff, but he tried to fight those fears. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like. That's not going to impact, what you can actually do. Just because you don't meet certain beauty standards that aren't realistic doesn't mean that you're any less valuable than them. Doesn't mean you're not any less talented than them. So the same thing goes for God of War Ragnarok. Honestly, in my opinion, looking at the way Thor's going to look in the next God of War game, I think he's going to be a complete savage. Like, one of my early predictions for God of War Ragnarok, like the first time that Kratos and Thor meet, I am fully expecting Thor to whoop Kratos really bad. Like, I mean, almost killing him. He doesn't look intimidating, but I don't know, just looking at his face, because obviously he doesn't care how he looks, which feeds into him being more of a savage. So yeah, I think by the time this game comes out, no one's going to care that Thor has a beer belly. He's being voiced by the guy that was Beta in The Walking Dead. So honestly, as long as the character is great for the story, I don't give a freak what he's going to look like. Another character that people are freaking out about the way they look is this girl named Amber Goda. I think that's her name. I probably totally butchered that, and if I did, I'm sorry. But apparently she's going to be one of the new characters. I think she's supposed to be Loki's wife, or maybe Loki's sister. I'm not entirely sure on like Norse mythology. If you guys know, let me know down in the comment section. But a lot of people are freaking out because she's black and she's a female, so she doesn't deserve to be in the game, or she doesn't deserve to be one of like the more important characters, and that just blows my mind. More so than the Thor topic, this one about this female lead really upsets me because my girlfriend is half black. There's nothing wrong with someone's skin color, Going back to what I said about Thor and his body, how, the way you look, that doesn't impact what you can do with your life. The same thing goes for skin color. So it just blows my mind seeing these idiots on the internet saying that they're going to boycott the game and that they're never going to support Santa Monica again because they made Thor fat and they made one of the characters black. And apparently the real portrayal of Amber Goda in Norse mythology, apparently she's like some white girl with red hair, So, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the way a character is shaped or their skin color or the way their hair looks, as long as they are portrayed well and that character actually has meaning to the story and it affects you in one way or the other, there's nothing wrong with that. It's really depressing, Racism is never going to go away. I wish it would. It's just not. But, it all started, with this stupid controversy with Horizon Forbidden West. As soon as that trailer went live, some people were saying, "Oh, look at Aloy, she got fat. They made Aloy fat in this game." And it's like, did they not watch the gameplay? They take one screenshot of when she was moving, and they say that she's going to be fat, and then they get one look at Thor, and they haven't seen him in game, you know. So we don't know how he's going to be portrayed. I think he's going to be portrayed really well, but people are just judging these characters by the way they look, not knowing any context on how they're actually going to fit into the actual story, because obviously the game hasn't came out yet. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just do a quick little rant here because this is extremely annoying. I don't really talking about like real world stuff. This is a gaming channel, but these people are just like, they're affecting the gaming industry because it's people like this that cause so much stress on the developers because they're not allowing developers to be creative. It's like the directors and everyone that makes the game have a certain vision, and then when they reveal that vision and people bash them for it, everyone sends them death threats and just, like, it's not that serious. This is, at the end of the day, it's just video games. It's not that serious. People's well-being, and treating people right is way more important than, the way a character looks in a video game. But yeah, guys, just let me know down in the comment section what you think about this whole situation. Do you guys care the way that Thor looks? Do you guys care that the Amber Goda character isn't historically accurate to the description of how she's apparently supposed to look? Just let me know down in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.